Welcome back. Well, let's get another perspective, and we're being joined by a political scientist, Adekoya Boladale. It's a pleasure to have you again on the program.
It's a pleasure to be back.
2017, what would you say wasn't done in the previous year that should be done this year?
Well, a lot of things were missing in 2016.
Like
policies, which is very important. A lot of people want to see tech development, especially in Nigeria. Maybe because because of our decades of reliance in crude oil, and thank God the new government is talking about alternative means of generating revenue. And if you look at technology, so to say, around the world now, is the new gold mine. And we want to see a new Nigeria that will focus on that, use that as a major source of revenue. And a lot of people are doing brilliant things. We saw when Mark came to Nigeria and when he moved around. If the government can focus on that area, we believe also that will help the country as a whole. That is one. And secondly, also, I think to a great extent, people want to see policies that are on the economy this time around, which is very, very important, which is an area that is really burning. Within the past few days, we've seen another increase in inflation rate. And when you have increase in inflation rate, it automatically transmits to the price of food items at the market. And that affects common man. So we want to see policies that will encourage our own first local economy and also ensure that inflation comes down a bit, especially to the barest minimum. We've been doing 1 digit in this country. We want to see that. We want to see the 1 digit return back to this country. And again, also, we want to see policies, our physical policies, especially when it comes to the issue of dollar and naira disparities, which is very important, especially for a country like ours that depends majorly on importation. We want to see the government putting in policies that will ensure that apart from we importing, there's a balance of trade between the importation and also export. We want to see policies that will encourage us export so that we'll get dollars also, we'll get paid in dollars also. So the policies we want to see on the employment part also, which is very, and again on the sports part also, which is very, very important. Nigeria has, the 2016 was a very shameful year for us when it comes to sports. We're not even
playing the
African. So we had a lot of issues in Nigeria, especially when it comes to sports. And people have been clamoring for a change in that section, especially that of the minister also, and also the NFF. We want to see that such change also. And basically also, I think Nigerians want better light, but improved power supply, which is very, very key. It is something that if we get right in this country, we will see a drastic growth, not just in our economy, in every area of in every sector in Nigeria. People want to see that. They want to see we are tired of promises. We are tired of having. For Nigeria, Nigeria produces around 2,000 megawatts. 2,000 megawatts of electricity, and that is, you can't compare it to South Africa that is just the size of probably maybe 2 of Lagos. And if you're looking at South Africa is producing in tens of thousands. Nigeria is producing 2,000 megawatts. So it's saddening. We want to see improvement in that. We want to see improvement also in the road networks, which is very important. So policies, infrastructure developments, areas, tired roads. We want to see.
But I mean, even in terms of let me just take you back to technology. The Minister of Communications spoke about this technology university that will be built in Nigeria. It's going to serve not only Nigeria, but it will serve Africa. And also in terms of the economy, we've seen the private sector coming up with things, the crypto economy, Bitcoin, and just recently, green bonds, and also the scheme that was shut down last year, but actually reopened this January. I mean, all these, don't you think these are steps in the right direction?
Well, I think these are steps in the right direction, but I also think that a lot of what we've been having majorly are just people, government officials saying things they feel we need to hear. See, there's a difference between saying and there's a difference between doing. We're having stories about this is going to be done, this is being done, this is going to be done. What we want to see this time around is those things that have been promised. I want those things not just to be kick-started. We want them to move at a faster pace. If you look at, for instance, South Korea now, South Korea is now looking at 5G. While Nigeria, we are still battling with our own 3G. And if you understand clearly when it comes to technological development, you understand clearly these things are very germane issues. But because Nigerians, we don't seem bothered. We don't seem to care. Okay, I think I'll give kudos to the governor of Lagos State. Last week he talked about tech development in Lagos and also bringing it under the employment. And there's a scheme that on the employment generation scheme that he created. He's trying to fund and assist tech companies to grow. That is good. He said he wants to make the former Yaba a tech hub. That is fantastic. Something similar to Silicon Valley.
Yaba is already a tech hub.
Well, yeah, he said he wants to make something similar to Silicon Valley. I think that's fantastic. And if the government is going to pour a lot of money, a lot of funds into that, I think it's good. Let people having series of ideas, fantastic ones. And if you're looking at ideas that generate billions of dollars in tax, also we are going to get that. Apart from we are going to tax, they're going to get paid, of course. They are going to pay tax to the state government also. And of course, if a company in Nigeria has a balance sheet of $2 billion, $3 billion, that is fantastic for us. So I know automatically it's going to contribute to us also. It's going to help us as a country. So I want to see tech development. I want to see government also keeping into the promise that they've made. It is very germane. It is very, very important.
Well, we still have over 50 weeks to the end of 2017, and I hope that these things that you're hoping for will come to pass and, in turn, bring the benefits that you said will come with them. But then, Bola Dale, Amadikoya, it's a pleasure to have you again on the program. Well, that's where we are. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back shortly. Stay with us.
The size of the 2017 capital budget of 2.24 trillion naira.
President Muhammadu Buhari presenting the 2017 budget to the National Assembly begins this week's most viewed videos. Up next in fourth is the refusal of a court to grant bail to the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu.
Nobody can stop Biafra. Biafra is Biafra or death. We are ready to die for Biafra.
We had a voice speaking that I'm Judah the cows, all those stuff. So
the third most viewed video is a 12-year-old rescued after 3 days in a wall in Ondo State.
We're not like, this thing is getting too much. We now went to ask our neighbor that, who did you put in your house that is disturbing us at night? And our neighbor told us that we should be the one that she has been thinking of coming to ask us. And we discovered that it was just the poor boy that was there.
Second spot is taken by the confirmation by the Nigerian army that it has taken over the headquarters of the dreaded sect Boko Haram. And in first is the meeting between the worldwide General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor Enoch Adeboye, and President Muhammadu Buhari.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. God bless you all. Amen.
Well, those were the most viewed videos on our YouTube channel in the past week. However, with 2 weeks gone in the year, the government still has over 50 weeks to meet the needs or expectations of Nigerians and, in the same vein, fulfill the promises they made while seeking to serve as government officials. Will they or will they not? As the old saying goes, time will tell. And that's a wrap on the program today. Thank you for being a part of it. I am Victor Matthias, and do also remember, it continues online via the social media addresses showing on your screen. Goodbye.